Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Justin Collects. Last time, we took a look at the Charizard and Greninja from the new Blokees line. Call them model kits, call them buildable action figures, whatever you want to call them. But these appear to be coming in waves of 4, at least the larger figures are. But today we're taking a look at the Ceruledge and the Meowscarada. And as you can tell, these boxes are pretty beat up. Whenever you order from AliExpress, you know, just expect the boxes to not come in perfect shape. But luckily, we don't need the boxes. We're going to bust them open. We're going to build them. We're going to see how well they articulate, see how well they look, and see how they compare to other Pokemon figures, such as from Jazzwares. Let's bust these guys open and see if they can live up to that amazing Charizard and Greninja. Alright, so I've got Ceruledge and Meowscarada out of their packaging, put together. The building with these is super easy. It's not even worth taking the time to really show you on camera. If you're wondering exactly how these things snap together and you want an example, go back to my previous video. You can kind of showcase the first part of putting the Charizard together. If you're worried about it being a more model kit type-ish or having to snap them together, trust me, don't worry. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Super simple. They come with instructions. It's only a few pieces. Most of the figures just put together. It's like if you've ever gotten a Build-A-Figure from a Hasbro line or a Mattel DC line or something like that. It's the same concept. A few more pieces. But the greatest thing about these guys are they appear to be in a much better scale than most of your Jazzwares Pokemon Select figures. How those kind of are all around the same size, so the Pokemon that should be smaller, like a Ceruledge that I can compare this Ceruledge to, scale like to the same size as some of the bigger Pokemon. These guys are kind of more in that 6-inch scale, that 1/12 scale, if you will. And they don't really miss out on any articulation. I'll go over that a little closer. And, they come with some accessories, and they come with these bases, with these little stands right here you can see that plug into the bases. I went over the bases in the previous video. I'll show them here again. But just look at these awesome effects. All this is modular. You can move any of this stuff around. There's all these different holes. The biggest headache will be, honestly, in my opinion, having to always put these stickers and line them up in the holes. So the base is just like a square piece, and the stickers are on like a little sticker sheet. You pull it off, it's one sticker, and you just have to line up those pre-cut holes onto the base as you put it on it. If you mess up, it's done. You're not going to be able to pull it back off. It'll probably tear, or if you are able to pull it back off, it won't stick back good. So just proceed with caution. So, let's see. We're going to look at Ceruledge first. Let's get these guys off the stand, and we'll look at everything they come with, base and all, and do some size comparisons. Alright, so with this stand, it's super simple. It's just, you kind of press right there to take the Pokemon off. And then we have Ceruledge. So, he is pretty well articulated. You do have to, kind of be careful, be gentle. Don't handle these too rough, because they will, pop apart, because, it's a buildable model kit. And just the detail in this guy. I see, like, the white kind of energy effects or flames right there. This translucent purple to represent that fire coming off of his helmet. Ceruledge is just an awesome Pokemon. What's not to like about, like, a fire ghost knight type Pokemon, am I right? Just everything comes across really well. The colors are really good. I'm excited to get my Pokemon Select Ceruledge down and just see how it compares to this one. I'll tell you right now, I like this one more. The blade arms are translucent too. You see my finger kind of behind there. You do get two like this, but you get one like this with like he's swooshing, like he's attacking, because it is like a flaming sword arm, which is just so cool. Look at that. So let's look at his articulation real quick. So with his head, it's just on a peg right there. If you see, it's too dark. You see in there, like, the head just pegs on. So you're going to get tilt. He's going to look down that far. Up, not as much. And, of course, we'll rotate all the way around. Past that, down here is like a diaphragm joint. So you get pivot to the side. He will rotate all the way around. And he'll be able to look down that much and angle back that much. With the arms, you do have a joint right there. He can kind of T-pose. So yeah, these shoulder pieces do get in the way a little bit, but those do kind of rotate. So just be mindful, don't break those off. There is a bicep swivel up here at the top, and you do get double jointed elbows. Hey everyone, Future Justin here. I realized while editing this video that my dumb self throughout the entire video, when talking about the elbows and knees of both figures, kept referring to them as double joints. I know they're single joints. I don't know what in the world I was thinking. As I'm so used to so many double joints, I just kept referring it to that. And I know there's going to be so many comments, but this is me, Future Justin, editing the video, realizing and admitting I said the wrong thing. They are single joints on the elbows and the knees of both figures. Don't make fun of me, or make fun of me. Who cares? It's YouTube. I don't care. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. And hey, make sure you like and subscribe. The gauntlet pieces will kind of get in the way. You can rotate it like that, get more of a bend, but honestly, how much more of a bend than that do you need? With the legs, he will kick out. Look at that. Oh, doing high kicks. And he'll go back. And, of course, he can do the splits. Look at that. He does have a swivel. Is there a swivel right there? It's hard to tell. It swivels a little bit, I think. Yeah. And he does have like a swivel down here at the boot, if you will, that armor piece. And double jointed knee right there. Look at that. Of course, the feet are just like these solid, weird pieces. I mean, it's Pokemon. Come on. So nothing down there. And he's not really going to stand too well on his own without the stand. Like, kind of, look at that. Yeah, he's not going to want to stand. So you're going to want to use the stand. Which, speaking of the stand... Oh, wait, hold on. I do want to point out that I said he comes with a extra sword like this hand. And there it is. I just want to make sure I show that off. So you can put this on either side, or you can just go with two of these. It would have been really cool if it would have came with two of these too. But sadly, only comes with one of these sword hand weapon things. So, looking at the stand, of course, what you're seeing here is multiple different pieces. So, the stand, oh, that's loud. You can get it to move. It's got a point of articulation down there, and a point right there, and a point up here. And you can twist that. All these little purple swirls, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 different pieces. And you can put that on there however you want. And it has this little rock piece. And you see the holes in the base where all this stuff pegs in. You can arrange it however you want. So, let's take a look at Meowscarada, and then we'll do some size comparisons. Alright, now, with this one, this is honestly the most finicky, if you will, of the four, and my least favorite figure. And that might be caused by it being a Pokemon I don't necessarily have any attachment to. You know, it's whatever. It's one of the newer gen Pokemon. So, a lot of parts. A lot going on here. So, see, she's holding a little something right here. She could be a he. She comes with one extra hand that's the same as this hand that's attached. What this hand right here is, where this one of these accessories, see that little peg, can peg on. Like, I guess it's a fruit she's holding or something. Be honest, I've played the newer games, but not all the way through. Then has this little clear piece where you can attach this grass effect to, or that one if you want. So, options. But, getting in to articulation. So she does have a piece right here. Has just a lot going on with this piece in the back and this piece right here. So articulation is a little more limited. You're not really doing anything with the head as far as tilting, looking down, or up. This piece right here really limits that. You do get a rotation, but if you have this clear peg, which you can take this off right there, it won't rotate as easy, but yeah, there we go. Now it rotates. This is a separate piece that goes on there. Let's see. T-pose. Oh, see. This one pops apart a lot easier than any of the previous ones. I bumped my camera. Sorry about that. But T-pose. You can do that. Biceps swivel up at the very top. Good double jointed elbow. And the wrists are on like a ball peg. So twist and kind of angle in, out, up, down. So there's that. And then it's like a double ball peg with the waist, like right here at the waist and the diaphragm. So yeah, see, that bottom just wants to keep popping off though on mine. But that being said, you don't get a whole lot forward or necessarily a whole lot back. I guess it's fine. It's something. And side to side, full on swivel, and at least it's really seamless articulation, and that's something that really sticks out on these figures. They're just really seamless. They're really, really good. With the legs, kick out that far. Back, not as much. This is a separate piece that you pop on there, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, that's a separate piece. It does have, see, it pops apart right there. Drop down hips, which is crazy to me. Oh my gosh, I keep pulling this thing apart. But she does have drop down hips, as well as a slight swivel up there under that piece. Good, not quite 90 degrees. Make that a nice L shape right there with the leg. It is a double joint, but the plastic bumps into the plastic. You also have a ball joint down at the ankles, so you can twist. No pivot at all. So yeah, not bad. Like I said, this is the one I'm least impressed with, but it still looks great. Again, I went over this. That's the little clear piece that you can put either of the accessories it comes with. The hand. And the stand is very similar to Ceruledge's. Exact same stand arm as comes with all the other Pokemon. Except, I guess, Charizard's is different? Yeah, Charizard's is different. These little swoosh effects are very, very similar to Ceruledge's. But they are different shapes, right? So it's nice to see that Blokees has done several different molds. And one of my biggest complaints about the Greninja figure was its water effects were not going in tight on the pegs. The Charizard's fire effects are better. The Ceruledge and these Meowscarada effects, aren't going anywhere. You see, turn upside down, they're tight in there. So these effects are molded a lot better at the little pegs. Same rocks that come with Ceruledge, and you get like a little grass piece. Again, this is modular. You can move it around however you see fit. Now real quick, before I get into all the different size comparisons, I did want to compare the Blokees Ceruledge with the Jazzwares Pokemon Select Ceruledge, and you can see the colors are really, really close. So no complaint there with the Jazzwares, other than I'm sure you can tell, this thing is huge compared to the Blokees. And I do like the paint and the different colors in like the flames on it. But overall, I love the aesthetic of the Blokees more. In my mind, the Pokemon Select one isn't bad, but I feel like it is definitely outclassed by the Blokees in pretty much every way. In articulation, size, aesthetics. I will say that the colors are pretty much identical. Maybe the Blokees is a little darker. So, yeah. Let's do some more size comparisons. So looking at size, to the top of his head, Ceruledge is right at about 4 inches and a quarter. And to the top of the flame on the back of the helmet, right under 5 inches. And let's do that again. And to the top of Meowscarada's headpiece is right there at barely under 5 inches as well. And of course, as the first size comparison, I have them right next to the Jazzwares Pokemon Select Ceruledge, and this is the SH Figuarts Blastoise. Here they are next to a NECA Toon Leonardo and the SH Figuarts Legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Here they are next to a Marvel Legends 20th Anniversary Captain America and a Mythic Legions Green Knight. Here's how they scale next to a couple of the mainline Jazzwares figures. This is the deluxe Venusaur, and this is, of course, Ivysaur. And I absolutely cannot believe I forgot to do it last time, but of course it wouldn't be a size comparison without the two channel mascots. We've got McFarlane DC Multiverse, Captain Carrot, and my original creation, Cuppy. If you're interested in getting a Cuppy, I do have limited drops for MVP Justified channel members on the channel. Tune in Saturday nights for Collecting Justified, our Saturday night toy talk podcast, talk show, whatever you want to call it. 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday night. Collecting Justified, come hang out, and you can learn how you can get a Cuppy. Now, you can't get one of these anymore. This was the first drop, but there'll be more variants coming soon. Okay, so here are all four of, I guess, what you would call the deluxe line of Pokemon Blokees. I guess they're going to be waves of 4 going forward. Fingers crossed. We've got Charizard and Greninja hanging out in the back, but front and center, the ones we took a look at today, Ceruledge and Meowscarada. I keep almost messing that name up. So, out of these two, Ceruledge I love. If I had to rank all 4 of these, I'd say it goes Charizard, Ceruledge, Greninja, Meowscarada. That's my biased opinion. Greninja's great. These water effects want to constantly fall out. Even Charizard, his fire effects aren't in there super tight, but these water effects on Greninja's base are awful. I say that to say this about these two. These effects plug in perfectly to these bases. I don't have any problem with them falling out at all. These are solid figures for like a 6-inch / 1/12 line of Pokemon figures. They're smaller, but I say they're still in that 1/12 because in the world of Pokemon are supposed to be smaller. Pokemon like Ceruledge is probably around 4 feet tall. Probably. I know Meowscarada's probably is too. So, and you could see that with the previous size comparisons on how I think they'll fit perfectly in your collection. They scale pretty well with the Jazzwares stuff, especially the regular stuff. Like I showed you, a lot of the Trainer Team series Pokemon Select line run bigger. But, man, I'm excited about seeing what Blokees does next with Pokemon. They have kind of showed off the next wave of the little guys, which are these right here, which we will be taking a look at next. So these little ones appear to be in waves of 6, where these are in waves of 4. We already know, wave 1 right here. We'll be taking a look at these next time. I've already got all 6 of them. The next 6 have been shown off. I believe it's Munchlax, Charcadet, which is Ceruledge's first form, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Munchlax. So that's going to be a nice solid wave. But yeah, I'm really impressed with a first at bat. Blokees is doing a great job with this line. I highly recommend picking them up if you can find them on Gundamit.com. I use AliExpress. I always say proceed with caution with AliExpress. Order from a trusted seller. Do your research. You can get some great stuff on there, but be careful because there's also a lot of knockoffs. Not 100% sure if there's knockoffs of these yet, but just be careful and don't expect the boxes to arrive in any sort of great condition. Guys, this has been the review for these. If you have any further questions that I didn't answer in this review, feel free to ask in the comments. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. Go back previously, the video right before this was my look at Charizard and Greninja. If you want to take a deeper look at those, go ahead and check that video out. But until next time, I appreciate you guys.